So I know Tag Team Arena is one that nobody likes. However, there are things here that I buy weekly and I will get my points up very quickly. So I was at about 40,000 points um, just last week and back up to 44,000. So what did I buy? I bought my energy, which takes I think a week to reset. Same with the ancient shard. When I remember, I buy the accessories, try to get them daily, and the substat charm, because what's the harm? And I also buy the void charm. Now, if you think about it, it's not really that worth it, but in a week I can easily farm 15,000 gold bars, so why not? Once I get up to gold, I would be looking at every other week purchasing that sacred shard. That is worth it. Uh, and depending on how much I farm, that rank 5 chicken and these gold accessories. So at this point, this is why it's worth it, for me at least, these accessories right here. You get two of them. You get the cleansing and the refresh. I typically don't use cleansing as much, but refresh I have on quite a bit of champions, and they have helped me through so many places. So 5% chance to prevent skill cooldown. So when you use a skill, you have 5% chance that that skill is up on your next turn. So I have it on champs like, in this case, Sifi. So when I go and revive, I have that 5% chance that the revive is back up again. Or even the buff, which I can use it, buffs go up for 2 turns. This skill is on a 4-turn cooldown, but I will have it up in 2 turns. I also have it on. I had it on Blind Seer, but I repurposed her. Where is the other champ? Fushan. I had this ring on Draco for Arena, or sorry, for Clan Boss, so that his skills would come up. It is by far my best amulet that I have. Crit damage and then the refresh. But I did have it on Razin just to help me through the waves for Faction Wars, and that actually helped me with his A3 to recycle it better. I also have, one other champ, I can't remember who now. So Kreela, I put it on her so that her counterattacks potentially come up quickly. And Molly, so I actually have 2 on Molly, and that's added percent chance to get that provoke and the reflect damage up, or the revive up. You're kind of limited, like I only have the 4-star, but I have it just for the skill, the refresh skill. Stats aren't that great. I do have better rings, but she works how she's currently set up. The other one I have it on is Lysandra, so also very helpful. Just so happened to have 2 speed and an accuracy on this banner. Again, it's probably my second best piece. But on Lysandra, you have the possibility of getting this increased speed buff up, as well as the full depletion skill up more regularly. So it is so important that champions have the skill up and ready to use right away. My last one is on Cold Hearts, so potentially I have that 5% chance to nuke twice for other content where I use her. So there are benefits, and same with Renegade, 5% chance, which does happen every once in a while, where when I'm using Sacrifice Ritual, this goes on an instant cooldown, and it helps wave clears so much better when running with a Seer. So there you have it. One of the only champs I have the cleansing on is Rule, and that's just for Hydra, so that I have that chance to remove a random debuff every time he gets a turn. And but for the most part, I don't really have that because I will run with a Doom Priest or another cleanser or even block debuffs. So for me, those skills aren't that necessary. But those are the reasons to farm to get at least to silver 1. If you can get to silver 2, you have a buffer. Silver 3 is still relatively easy to get to. Silver 4 is quite tough. If you can get in, it's a lot easier to stay once you're at that level than it is to get to the next level. So if you can push yourself to 4, it's so much easier to stay in 4. And I don't have to fight at all. And as long as you have a decent defense team, then you'll be fine. So here's my defense. Fushan for the speed, into Lydia for the decreased defense and weaken and the strengthen and speed buff. Then we're going to nuke with the bad boy here. So here's my Tatura. Huge defense. He puts out a lot of damage as well. I do use him mainly. And then we have Blind Seer here. So if for whatever reason the team does fall and they are faster, Blind Seer doesn't die. With the amount of HP and resistance she has, she pretty much stays alive and will pick everyone back up, and then I will get another shot at it. My second team, speed lead. Sifi is faster, so Sifi will end up going first. Put out the block and the speed. Increase attack. We're going to strip everything, and then for the most part, Rotos does his job. And then third, we're going to increase speed first, and then drop their speed. We're going to increase or put block and increase attack, and then Vogoth will AoE provoke, or at least nuke, and then Liaris will wipes out the group. So those are my defenses, and but as long as you have a decent defense, you're able to stay. As long as you're willing to grind 10, 20, if not, you get 20 for free. But if you could push, the 15 gems is worth getting another 10 battles in, especially if you're winning them all. So there you have it. And that is why I farm silver and the importance of.